Hello, good morning. Today we will see how to identify classes using noun phrase approach. In this method, analysts read through the requirements or use cases looking for noun phrases. Nouns in the textual description are considered to be classes and verbs to be methods of the classes. All plurals are changed to singular. The nouns are listed and the list divided into three categories. They are relevant classes, fuzzy classes, that is the fuzzy area where the classes we are not sure about, and the irrelevant classes as shown below. Here we are showing a diagram where the relevant classes, fuzzy classes and irrelevant classes exist for any problem in any given domain. It is safe to scrap the irrelevant classes which either have no purpose or will be unnecessary. Candidate classes then are selected from the other two categories. Here identifying classes and developing a UML class diagram, just like other activities, is an iterative process. Depending on whether such object modeling is for the analysis or design phase of development, some classes may need to be added or removed from the model. Analysts must be able to formulate a statement of purpose for each candidate class, if not simply eliminate it. These are the following guidelines for selecting classes in an application. For example, the first step is identifying tentative classes. That is, look for nouns and noun phrases in the use cases. Some classes are implicit or taken from general knowledge. All classes must be making sense in the application domain. Avoid computer implementation classes and defer them to the design stage. Carefully choose and define class names. Second step is selecting classes from the relevant and fuzzy categories. The following guidelines help in selecting candidate classes from relevant and fuzzy categories of classes in the problem domain. So redundant classes. Do not keep two classes that express the same information. For example, registrar, university, in charge, etc. And third is adjective classes. Be wary of the use of adjectives. Adjectives can be used in many ways. An adjective can suggest a different kind of object, different use of the same object, or it could be utterly irrelevant. For example, single account holders behave differently than joint account holders, so the two should be classified as different classes. Attribute classes. Tentative objects that are used only as values should be defined or restated as attributes and not as a class. For example, client status and details of client are not classes but attributes of the client class. Irrelevant classes. Each class must have a purpose and every class should be clearly defined and necessary. You must formulate a statement of purpose for each candidate class. If you cannot come up with a statement of purpose, simply eliminate the candidate class. As this is an incremental process, some classes will be missing, others will be eliminated or refined later. Unless you are starting with a lot of domain knowledge, you probably are missing more classes than you will eliminate. Although some classes ultimately may become super classes, at this stage simply identify them as individual specific classes. Your design will go through many stages on its way to completion and you will have adequate opportunity to revise it. The initial list of noun phrases for ATM bank application where the candidate classes can be listed are account, account balance, amount, approval process, ATM card, ATM machine, bank, bank client, card, cash, check, checking, checking account, client, client's account, currency. From the listed, bolded irrelevant nouns can be eliminated. Reviewing the redundant classes and building a common vocabulary. We need to review the candidate list to see which classes are redundant. If different words are being used to describe the same idea, we must select the one that is most meaningful in the context of the system and eliminate the others. The following are the different class names that are being used to refer to the same concept: client, bank, client, account, client's account, pin, pin code. So they can be eliminated. So here is the revised list of the candidate classes, and we can revise the final list of classes, and so that using all these classes we can review the possible set of attributes, and also all the attributes can be identified, and the list of classes after eliminating attributes are the final list of the classes. And using all the approaches, finally we will review the class purpose. Identifying the classes that play a role in achieving system goals and requirements is a major activity of object-oriented analysis. Each class must have a purpose. Every class should be clearly defined and necessary in the context of achieving the system goals. If you cannot formulate a statement of purpose for a class, simply eliminate it. The classes that had no purpose have been deleted from the list. The final candidate classes are these: ATM machine class, ATM card class, bank client class, and bank class. So thank you very much.